Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Mark Twain used to say that it is better to deceive a person than to convince them that they've been deceived. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is an old story. It's just that him being who he was, he put it into this exact words. Okay? All right, so, because remember, he was a poet and he was a literature writer. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly where the whole world finds itself, as it has always been the case, except that in today's words, this deceit is on steroids, because the one that runs this world, the one who's in charge, okay, the game master, the chief, okay, and to most people on this planet, he is a god, and that is the devil. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to keep this video as short as I can. Okay? So, I'm just going to break it down real easy for you so you can understand it. And then you can move on and establish a strong relationship with your Creator, because, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to believe it or not, this is the only thing that's going to save you. Okay? There's no man that's going to come to, there's no prince that's going to come to save you. Okay? So, here we go. The Iran War. What is the purpose of the Iran War? Is to bring about a new world order where the United States will be out of it. Why? Because the United States will be completely destroyed from within and from attack from the outside. America will be destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. She is the daughter of Babylon. Now, who is the mother Babylon? The Roman Catholic Church. And that takes us to Trump and the Pope. Supposedly, this is how the powers that be play you. For they have learned for the game master. You see how the psychological play you? And the media goes along with it, because the media, ladies and gentlemen, the media is part of the system. The media is part of the system. The media is being played. The media is controlled by the powers that be. Okay? Trump and the Pope, it's just a family feud. Because the Pope, the Roman Catholic Church, is Mother Babylon. The United States is the daughter of Babylon. See, don't believe the hype. Don't believe that they on each other's throat, or over some Iran comments that the Pope have made, ladies and gentlemen. And the next one, which is number 3, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of people are calling the Pope heretic. Oh, this is a paper heresy by dealing with Muslims. Ladies and gentlemen, see what I'm saying? See how you allow them to play you. When the Muslim religion was created by the Roman Catholic Church. Okay? Remember what they tell you about Hitler? Oh, that never again, and we hate Hitler and blah, blah, blah. But ladies and gentlemen, Hitler was created by the powers that be at that time. In fact, Prescott Bush, the grandfather of George Bush, of the last Bush that was president of the United States, back when 9/11 came around. Well, his grandfather, Prescott Bush, was dealing with, had a business relationship with Hitler. I'm gonna see if I can find the link and send it to you. So, let me go back again. The Iran war is to bring about new world order where the United States will be out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, why? Because the United States will be totally bankrupted. In fact, the United States already owes a debt that he knows. Okay? I mean, this is the case of the borrower and the lender knowing that they cannot pay this debt. And the only price is that the United States won't pay this debt is if it goes down, if it disappears, okay, as a world superpower. Okay? So that's the first one. In fact, right now I believe the national debt, which I believe is more, they're telling you that is what? $38 trillion, right? It's more than that. But let's leave it at that. $38 trillion. So don't believe that that the daughter, being the United States of America, and the Pope, the Roman Catholic Church, who is also a mom, because that's what the church represents in the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think they are really fighting, no. A new world religion is about to come. Just like the dollar is about to crash, and you will have digital dollar, whether you want it or not. It is here. Because it is all part of the mark of the beast system. It is all part of the 15-minute cities that they've been working on. It is part of the one monetary system. Okay? Okay, and don't believe once again that number 3, that the Pope is a heretic. No. The fact of the matter, the reality is that the Roman Catholic Church, who is the mother of all religion, created the Muslim faith. Okay? Now the whole concept, the original concept of the Muslim faith was concocted back in the Persian Empire, where Iran comes from. Okay? But it was not going to be without the Roman Catholic Church help. And that is a secret, ladies and gentlemen, that have been hidden from you all. Because remember, the whole world has been worked, okay? Because everything is a lie. Everything is a freaking lie. And once again, I put you to the test. I challenge you to bring me anything that is truth in this world. Okay? Or if you can show me any leader through a human history that has really cared for its people, I would wire you $600. Okay? This is no laughing matter. I know we live in almost under a caricature world. It's almost like a simulation, but it is real, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because the whole world is being run by actors. Because you have to be an actor. In fact, and that's gonna take care of what the next one, which is the last one. the ultimate lie, okay? The ultimate lie. You all believed, right, in the lie? Well, I'm going to give you reasons. I'm going to send you proof, not interpretations, not my opinion, not the way I see things, not my perspective, but the way things are. The reality of things, ladies and gentlemen. That's like believing in God. I love this when people say, "You believe in God?" No. You believe in God? I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. You believe in God? Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is, it is not a matter of believing in God. It is a matter of accepting the reality that there's a creator. Just like Louis Pasteur, the creator of the anthrax vaccine, said it himself back in the 1800s. He is a French doctor. Okay? What did he say? A little knowledge will distance you from God, but a lot of knowledge will draw you closer to Him. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you get to the knowledge, the real knowledge in everything, whether it is in medicine, whether it's in philosophies, in anything, you find that if you study, if you're a biologist and study the evolution upon this earth, ladies and gentlemen, you come to the conclusion that there is, as the doctors, as the scientists, the awakened scientists will call them, will call God themselves, an intelligent designer. Okay? That's a new term because they didn't have any, they're not supposed to say the word God. Remember, scientists and doctors are supposed to be atheists. But those who have come to the realization, to the reality that there is something beyond just this life and the way this whole system, the stars, the moon, and the sun are created, ladies and gentlemen, they have come to the conclusion, so they call him an intelligent designer. An intelligent designer, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I take it, but he doesn't even begin to do justice to what God really is. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are living under this matrix system. We are living the last days of this last human generation. We are living under the Edomite system. You may say, Reuben, where did the Edomite system come from? From Saul, which we call, again, Esau. From S-A-U-L, Saul. Okay? The twin brother, the firstborn, the twin brother of Jacob. As we are told in Samuel, 1 Samuel chapter 16. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 16 in the Old Testament. First Samuel chapter 16. Okay? I'm sorry. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14. It says, "But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him." 15. And Saul's servants said unto him, Behold, now an evil spirit from God troubleth thee. 16. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on an harp. And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he should play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. Verse 17. And Saul said unto his servant, Provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me. Okay? So, you see? So you see, ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a world that is possessed. But what do we call it? Mental illness, schizophrenia, multiple personality, psychosis, you name it, except for what it really is. People talk about the mental cases that are roaming the streets of New York, a city where I grew up. And they're pushing people in the train, they're hitting people on the street for no reason, they're stabbing people. You may say, but what you fail to see, ladies and gentlemen, is that these people are possessed. Because the evil spirits have been welcomed. Okay? They have been welcomed with open arms. Okay? And this world and the United States is about to find out how upset God really is. Not just with the world, because that's obvious, but with the United States, who claim to be a what? A nation founded on Christian principles. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a big lie. America was founded on innocent blood, the shedding of blood. Look what they did to the Native American Indians, which come from the tribe of God, G-A-D. So ladies and gentlemen, please, don't come to me with that. All right? Now, you may say, well, Ruben, why are you saying this to us? Because whether you believe me or not, whether you accept me or not, whether you hate me or whether you love me, it is my job to inform you that SHIT is about to hit the fan in the United States. And that is going to be done gradually. See, before the United States is destroyed in 1 hour, America must be destroyed from within. I mean, look what is happening in a city where I grew up in New York City. And that was bound to happen because New York is full of what they call liberal mindsets. Liberal mindsets, ladies and gentlemen, is actually mental slavery. You're giving your mental and your belief system to the demons. And they're having a party with you, and they will have a party with you, and you'll be crying. New York as a whole will be crying, and so will the United States of America. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to finish with this short video, but I want to ask you one thing. I want to beg you. I mean, I want to please ask you to take a look at the links that I will share with you, where it's going to cover the Artemis lie. You're going to see a lot of reason as to why it has been a lie and how they try to explain things away. That's one. Two, there's a young man that's going to be telling you, going to be talking to you about what has been happening in America and how the digital dollar is the reality that's going to hit you right in the face very, very soon. And how this new family feud between the United States and the Vatican is a freaking publicity stunt. It's playing with your mind. Okay? That's what it's called control opposition. But they are related. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. Who was supporting the Roman Catholic Church? While the Roman Catholic Church was away and was wounded with an almost fatal blow, which was done to her by Napoleon Bonaparte back in 1798, in the year 1798. So you tell me who was coming up? The United States. Do you think that was a pure coincidence? There are no coincidences in this world, ladies and gentlemen. There are reasons. Okay? So don't believe this feud. These are bird of a feather will always stay together. But they want you to believe, they want you to believe that they're not. It's all part of a distraction game. Soon, there will be one world religion. The other thing is, please don't call the Pope a heretic, because he's not. It is within the Roman Catholic Church spirit to do everything against God. I have already proven to you that Allah is Satan. By Arabs themselves. Would you like me to send you the link again? Come on. I don't want to spam you here. So everything that is against God, the Roman Catholic Church will. In fact, don't forget what happened in the 1200s, in the years 1200s, with the Papal Inquisition, where more than 100 million people were killed. Some people say that 50 million. I would say it's 100 million. And what was the crime? Reading the Bible. Okay? So I just want to clear you up on those things. On the digital dollar that's coming, the Artemis lie, I'm going to give you reasons to convince yourself of the reality that it has been a lie. As if what I haven't sent you is already enough. Trump and the Pope, okay? It is psychological display of control opposition. See, they make you believe that they going against each other when actually they're planning the next move. And then they are around war. Again, total distraction with a purpose. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, another thing is that this is going to be whether you want to accept it, because people are already talking about the 2028 election, blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, the midterm election. Let me tell you this. Your vote don't count. Everything is a freaking lie. You have been lied to by your religious establishments. See, by your religious establishment lying to you, when you knowing they're lying to you, there are two purposes. You either become an atheist and you have fallen You are fallen for, because once you become an atheist or an agnostic, the devil will have you. You are falling into his game. They have lied to you in your political institutions. So if you damn if you stay in the Roman Catholic Church, and you damn if you just stop believing. You see the game? So that's what the Roman Catholic Church does. Once you wake up, in fact, that's what they've been telling you to the Protestant, because that's what other religions that came out of the Roman Catholic Church, like the Lutheran, the Baptist, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Mormons, you name it. The Pentecostal, ladies and gentlemen, these people, all religions came out of the mother of harlots. I said it's clearly written in the Bible. So once you wake up, okay, once you wake up from the lie of, you will become an atheist. And you know what the devil will say to you? Got you. See what I'm saying? And so many people have fallen for this psychological and emotional game. You have been lied all your life with the existence of a man that doesn't exist. Your Santa Claus, which is Satan. You have been tricked. Okay? So this is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not, please take a look at the link that I sent you. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, please, the purpose of this video is to wake your eyes up, because there's no more time to waste. Okay? There's no more time to waste. This is not a joking matter. I don't come here just to have a YouTube channel. I don't even tell you, please subscribe to my channel. Do I tell you that? No. Because what I want you to do is, after you look at the links that I send you, after you listen to what I have to say here, after you do your own research and you convince yourself, then you buy the products. But people like to be played. They lie to be lied to. Oh, people just, please, let's help this channel grow. Let's subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, please, so that when I make a video, you be the. No, I don't play that. You're gonna subscribe because you know this is real. You know I cover the reality, but people are not. People have been so used to being lied to that they don't want nothing to do with the truth. They want to escape. The truth is hard to handle. So let me have this. Let me go to this party. Let me enjoy life. Get away from my face, Ruben. See what I'm saying? And that's exactly the mentality of what's been happening. And that's why millions upon millions of America will die. Now, leaders have always, and religious leaders have always trying to be proactive on this subject by telling you that, oh yeah, this is coming, that is coming, this is coming. Oh, the big one is coming in California. The big earthquake. Ladies, with the San Andreas fault. Ladies and gentlemen, do not believe the hype. Only believe the word of God. Don't even believe me. That's why I ask you to do your research. See? So I leave you without an excuse. What are you going to do? I hope that when our Redeemer comes back to earth, which is whose name is the God's unbegotten Son, Yahusha. Ladies and gentlemen, he will find you in the right side of history. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you. Once again, remember, I do this out of love for you all. You all take care. God bless.